Moolah Kicks, the first and only brand exclusively focused on women's basketball performance, has a new fall drop with a player in the WNBA Finals rocking the gear. Today, I have the founder and CEO of Moolah Kicks, Natalie White, here with me in studio to talk all about it. Natalie, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
No, I'm glad to have you here. We've done this remotely, but finally for the first time in studio. So, got to talk about what's going on with Moolah Kicks because you guys are making history.
It's been crazy.
It's crazy, right? Crazy times. So you got this Stanley collaboration. How did that partnership come about, and what made Stanley the right fit for your first ever footwear collaboration?
We have so much coming out. All on October 18th, we have a complete new branding, rebrand, new logo, everything. We have 2 new models, and we have a collab with Stanley coming out in 570 stores. And the collab with Stanley came about because the Stanley team was walking through a Dick's Sporting Goods and saw the Moolah display and the shoes, and then learned about everything that we're doing to elevate, see, and celebrate women's basketball. And they loved it, and they reached out to us, and we've been working with the Stanley team on this collaboration for the past 6 months. Couldn't be more excited to bring it to shelf.
That is amazing because the last time, which was, I believe, the first time you and I connected, you were talking about how important it was to have your gear sold in Dick's and the visibility, and now the visibility led to this partnership. So it's really dope how everything just came together. I love that for you. That's really exciting.
It's amazing. And people take notice, right? All across the country. I think it means something to go into the store and see a section that says women's basketball just for you. And that is the first time in Dick's Sporting Goods that that's happening. Yeah. Every other section, it's basketball is inherently men's. And so in Dick's Sporting Goods, we've created in partnership with them this section filled with Moolah and now other brands as women's basketball is rising through the ranks.
Yeah, other brands trying to catch up to
trying to catch up. And it's been really exciting though to grow the section and to grow the options that girls now have. Yeah. And so getting that recognition from Stanley, that's really huge. Exciting.
And they wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't at Dick's, so that's really great. So we've got the NeoVolt Pro V2 and the Press Break V2 models that are designed with specific features tailored to women and girls. Can you elaborate on the no break-in and no burn fit and how it enhances performance and safety features for female athletes?
So this is part of, I'll let you guys in a little bit to the marketing and the rebrand side of things, because we had been saying signature female fit, which is the backbone of everything Moolah does. It is that the interior of our sneakers are built biomechanically to fit the female foot form. That, it doesn't roll off the tongue. Probably not for the listeners, not for you, right? And so we've broken it down to, rather than explaining that, we've broken it down to say, what does that mean for players, right? People care about, how does that impact me? They don't, they just want to hear that. They want to hear, how are these shoes going to help my game? And so what that means to a consumer is that when you put a pair of shoes fit for you on, when you put a pair of Moolah Kicks on, they are ready game one, right out of the box. And most players, most female hoopers along the country have had this experience of having to break their shoes in over the course of 3 weeks, maybe 2 months. They also experience burning on the bottoms of their feet or this crazy relief when they take their shoes off. Those are not normal things to experience, or I can say that's not how it has to be. Let's not use normal. It's not how it has to be, especially with our 2 new models, the NeoVolt Pro V2 and the Press Break. So that's really what we're saying. When we say no break-in, no burning, it's what is the signature female fit actually giving our women's basketball community.
Right, and people should understand that if you've ever had to break in any shoes, whether you hoop or even if you just wear shoes casually, if you have to break in any shoes,
it means they don't fit.
It means they don't fit, it's not comfortable. And then if you got to hoop in those and you're trying to be as comfortable as possible while you hoop, that's not a good thing. That's not what you want. You don't want the 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks that it takes to break it in. And then the problem with that is a lot of basketball shoes have not been designed specifically for female feet, hence why Moolah Kicks.
And we've accepted it as norm, and it's not. And we want all of our women's basketball players, they should be thinking about the game and their performance, but we don't want them to even think about their feet. That's the goal, and that's what we found with this new model.
Yeah, so with the new models, right, and you got this fall drop that you said is coming out on the 18th. It includes, as you mentioned, significant branding refresh. You got the new logo. You're smiling.
New logo. I'm repping it.
I like it. It looks good. What does the new logo represent for Moolah Kicks as a brand? Because it feels a bit like a rebirth. What does this represent for Moolah Kicks as a brand?
Yeah, it is, because we're growing exponentially, and the support we've gotten from the women's basketball community has allowed us to get there. And with the rebrand, what it means is that our new logo, it's a ball and a net. It's better than our old logo. It speaks to our mission, which is elevate, see, and celebrate female hoopers, women's basketball. And the elevate is, first and foremost, we are focused on product and delivering the absolute best performance product we can to her. Second, seeing the women's basketball community, it's inherent in what we do. It's that this brand is for everyone, from youth players to our players that I play with here in New York in pickup leagues to Courtney Williams on the WNBA court. This brand is for everyone in women's basketball. And then finally, celebrate. Moolah is all about women's hoops. We're the only brand that puts every dollar we earn back into our game, either with more product or more marketing. And so we're celebrating the women's basketball community in everything we do.
It's beautiful. I love the details in the logo. New logo is really dope. I like it. I know you're excited about it, so it's good. You just mentioned somebody I want to talk about, Courtney Williams of the Minnesota Lynx, their point guard. WNBA fans and New York basketball fans know about her because she gave the Liberty the Blues in Game 1 of the WNBA Finals. And Courtney mentioned that the NeoVolt Pros, she's been rocking them. She said they played a role in her team's playoff run this year. How important is it for Moolah Kicks to have a brand ambassador like Courtney, and especially with her success right now and her influence on the brand, how important is it for you to guys have a star WNBA player repping your brand?
Oh my gosh. I mean, we're so excited for, I mean, she's gone viral. This is insane. You know, she's getting all of the recognition, all of the hype that her game has deserved, and that she's shining in these brightest moments. And so to have Moolah on her feet when she's shining in the WNBA Finals, I mean, it's everything. She's doing it with our new line, the triple-double V2, but we've actually been, or the triple-double, but we've been working with Courtney for the past 2 years. So she's worn our NeoVolt model and our triple-double, and she'll be wearing the V2s pretty soon.
All right, so you want to see that on Courtney Williams. You can watch her in the WNBA Finals, rocking the Moolah Kicks as she should. Now, you've also solidified Moolah Kicks in the youth market as well, too, with the Press Break V2. How does the design cater to the young female athletes, and what has the response been from young female athletes and also parents? What's the response been there?
It's been widely positive because parents are really excited to get kids in shoes that fit their feet earlier, right? And promote career longevity for the same things we're talking about. And so when your daughter is starting out to play basketball, she's looking at her idols now in the WNBA, in college hoops. She says, I want to start playing basketball. To be able to bring her to a section that is fit for her, or a women's basketball section, and offer a shoe that's fit for her, that's going to promote healthy habits throughout her entire career. I think we've seen such positive feedback from the girls who are wearing the shoes, but also the parents.
So, Natalie, with WNBA and women's basketball gaining more visibility, what role do you think Moolah Kicks plays in supporting this growth, and how are you continuing to fuel the game's future?
The explosion we've had over the last 18 months for both Moolah and women's basketball has been unbelievable. And we are continuing to serve this market. We are serving her with premium performance products that allow us to play our best basketball. And we are doing everything that this brand set out to do, which is providing those top performing sneakers and then also seeing and celebrating her by pouring every single dollar we earn back into more marketing, more sponsorships in ways that really we feel like represents us. So rather than having people kind of say how we should be marketed or tell us, you know, what women's basketball should be, this brand is about putting the power back into our own hands and reinvesting dollars back into ourselves so that we can keep carving out our own culture, our own growth, which if it continues the way it has in the past 18 months, it's going to be unbelievable.
Well, look, I love the reinvesting in the game. That's something I've loved about watching Moolah Kicks grow over the past 18 months. That's been amazing, and I'm looking forward to seeing future growth. Thank you for coming and joining me and talking about it some more.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and check out the drop to everyone on 10/18 and continue to watch the WNBA Finals.
Yes, definitely do that. That is Natalie White, CEO and founder of Moolah Kicks. Check her out. Natalie, appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks for having.
All right.
Great.